So I've started prepping to make my Charm Square quilt, which is a free downloadable pattern from Moda. It's not a large quilt, it's only 48 inches by 48 inches, but it is a nice wall hanging size or a little throw quilt. It would also be really nice as a little table topper. So I've started doing some prep work and I've started laying out all of my squares into the basic shape to start to make the star. Now you'll notice big gap in the middle there, and as I work through this you'll see what I put in there, and this is to actually help save fabric so I can make an extra project. So the other thing I've done is with my background fabric, which is just an off-white that I'm using, I have pre-marked my white 5-inch squares with one diagonal line, and this is to make half square triangles for the sides of the star. And on these pieces that will be the points of the star, I've actually also marked those. So what I'm going to do next is a pair of these squares are going to go on either end of this strip of background fabric. I'm going to sew across the diagonal line. Actually that one, I should go that way around. I'm going to sew across the diagonal line, and then I'm going to fold that over and cut off the excess, but I'm not throwing that excess away. I'm going to be using that, the little triangles. And I'm also going to pair up with these some of the squares around my star. And I'm going to be sewing diagonally across there on the line. And again, I'm going to keep my offcuts. Now, the way I'm doing the square, or doing the star I should say, is the pattern says to use 40 squares, but I've actually only used 36. With the squares I had left over, I've got 6 squares left over. 5 of them I've cut in half, and this is for the next project, and I've got 1 square left whole. So I'm going to hop onto the sewing machine and sew my half square triangles and then lay it out again. Now I have taken a happy snap of my layout, because there's nothing worse than when you start sewing things together and you end up mucking where you've got the squares set. So it's sewing time, and then I'll relay it all out again and it will start looking like a star. Okay, thanks, bye.